What's up, flamethrowers? It is me, Flame the Dragonhog here, and welcome to another installment of Ask the Sonic Crew. That is right, guys, we are back with some more Ask the Sonic Crew for you guys, and today, guys, we got something very, very special going on. Today, I am joined with none other than Team Darling. Now, before you guys ask who they are, well, you guys can plainly see who they are. It's just that it's really interesting and crazy. But anyway, guys, let me introduce everybody. First up, we have is the leader of Team Darling. She pretty much is the most fashionistic girl in all of the main 7 of the EG world. She's known for saying the word, well, darling, in almost every sentence she uses. She has purple hair, she's good with making clothes, and above all, she's really good at playing the guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than E.G. Rarity.
Hello, darlings. It's such an honor to be back.
Yeah, it's such an honor. Yes, it's good to see you again, Rarity. How is everything?
Everything's just wonderful, darling.
See, like I said, guys, darling in every sentence. But anyway, next up we have is the second leader of Team Darling. She was once one of the bad guys, but now she's a good guy. She's really beautiful. She has fiery hair, and not only that, but she actually is, dare I say, the greatest thing that ever happened to me, besides Rarity, of course. But anyway, it is none other than Sunset Shimmer.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all again.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Sunset. How is everything?
Everything's just fine. Man, this really is cold out here today.
Yeah, it really is. Because, don't forget, it is autumn time.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, anyway, last but not least, we have is the youngest, or wait, no, not the youngest. I meant to say the most shyest member of Team Darling. She's really cute. She's really nice, sweet, and really good with animals. Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than E.G. Fluttershy.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Fluttershy, how is everything?
Everything's just fine.
Well, guys, that's it for the introductions. Now, on to my co-host. Now, guys, it took me a long while to finally get someone to, figure out who is going to be my co-host. And it had to be someone who really knew the main no, not the main 6. I meant to say Team Darlings very well. And I know the perfect person. She also comes from the EG world. She actually met her pony counterpart in the end of the friendship games, which was really crazy and funny at the same time. Anyway, she wears glasses, and she pretty much is the smartest member of the main 7. Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than E.G. Twilight. That's right, I got E.G. Twilight here.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all again. It's really nice to be here.
And Twilight, I just want to say thanks for helping me out with the questions.
No problem. If there's one thing I do love, it's asking questions.
Yeah, because you spend most of your time solving or answering questions and asking them.
True.
Alright, well, let us begin with this episode of Ask the Sonic Crew featuring Team Darling. Now, guys, like I say always, I do apologize if your question did not get read out. You can always try again next time for the next episode of Ask the Sonic Crew, and I promise you guys, it's going to be good. Okay, anyway, without further ado, let's begin. And the first question goes to E.G. Rarity. Oh boy. Okay, Rarity. This question here is for you. How come you were able to trick the EG version of the Diamond Dogs when you were trying to carry in your grand piano?
Well, you see, darling, I actually know the Diamond Dogs pretty well. You see, my pony counterpart told me that their versions of the Diamond Dogs actually kidnapped her because of her gem finding skills.
Yeah, that is true. They actually did.
Well, I was able to trick them because of, well, my special diamond barrettes that I have in my hair.
Yeah, because if there's one thing I know about the Diamond Dogs is they love shiny things, whether it's the EG versions of the Diamond Dogs or the MLP version.
Yeah, that's true. And they were so easy to fool, even though they were disgusting looking and they just looked horrible. I was still really happy that they helped me.
Yeah, yeah, and don't get me wrong, the other versions of the Diamond Dogs, they're just horrible as well. Just straight horrible. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for answering that question. Alright, Twilight, go ahead and ask Sunset her question.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, this question here is for you, Sunset. This question here is for you, Sunset. Here we go. Do you think it was a whole lot more easier to defeat, Midnight Sparkle than it was all the other villains? Well, to tell you the truth, yes, it was actually that simple to defeat her. Because I knew deep down that Twilight was actually still in there. Comparing her to like the Dazzlings, that was pretty hard and tough. Not only that, but comparing her to, say, my demon self, it was just also really hard. Or Gloriosa as well. Because Gloriosa, she let the power get to her head.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me. As somebody who's overpowered as me, trust me, the power can sometimes get to your head. Yeah, most of the time. I mean, Sunset, you should know, you actually had a little bit of power go to your head.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot.
Yeah, after when you stole Pony Rare, no, not Pony Rarity, I meant to say Pony Twilight's crown, put it on, next thing you know, you turned into this demon monster. It was just crazy. Well, at least you learned your lesson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyway, next up we have is E.G. Fluttershy. Okay, Fluttershy, this question here is for you. Oh, and it's a really interesting one. Okay, to E.G. Fluttershy, how did you feel when Trixie accused you of cheating when you were just talking to your bird friends?
I was really hurt. At least I proved Trixie wrong.
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, there was a MLP short where right before a test, where right before a test or during a test, Fluttershy's bird friends flew in through the window and they actually were just talking to her. And Trixie immediately thought that the birds were giving her the answers to the test. So she immediately got mad and started accusing Fluttershy of cheating.
Yeah, and then I proved her wrong.
Yeah, I guarantee you Trixie was the one who was going to cheat probably.
Yeah, maybe. Get this. Get this. Even after when I got my perfect score, she she went to my bird friends and started asking them to tutor her.
Oh man, that's too funny. That's too funny.
I guess she thought maybe the birds were smarter than they look.
Probably. That's just too funny. Okay, well, anyway, now we're moving on to the group question. Alright, now, for all three of you, why is it that you girls started Team Darling? What's the reason for it?
Well, you see, darling, the reason why we did is because, number one, we're all beautiful. Number two, we all look good in many different outfits. And number three, of course, we're both We're all very, very close with each other.
Yeah, I know. You guys are really close with each other. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are really close. Anyway, so that's why you guys chose to be part of Team Darling?
Of course. Yes, and there is also one other person we wanted to join Team Darling, but I honestly don't know if she would want to join.
And who would that be?
Your wife, Sarah.
Huh? You mean you would want Sarah to join Team Darling?
Of course. She looks good in any outfit, even some outfits that I designed.
Huh. Well, that's definitely interesting. Nice. Okay, maybe I'll ask her if she would want to, maybe I'll ask her if she'll join Team, Darling. Who knows? Anyway, now we're moving on to round two. Okay, let's see here. Ah, here we go. Twilight, can you read Rarity her question?
Sure, why not? Let's see. Here we go. To Rarity, how do you feel that your pony counterpart actually has a nightmare form? Are you worried that you might have a nightmare form as well? I wasn't aware that my pony counterpart does have a nightmare form. The only time I do remember seeing it was when during that war against the Anti-Flame Syndicate. Then things kind of went haywire after that. So, to tell you the truth, yes, I am well aware that my pony counterpart does have a nightmare form. Am I worried that I might have a nightmare form? Perhaps, maybe I might. But everybody knows that nightmare forms are only triggered by jealousy. And of course, what do I have to be jealous about?
Honestly, I have no idea, but I guess. But anyway, I honestly don't know if you do have a nightmare form. I don't know if you do or not. You might, who knows? But if you do, I might have to train you to get it under control. Anyway, this question over here is for Sunset. Okay, Sunset. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I might as well ask this. To Sunset Shimmer, how do you feel now that Flame has confessed his feelings to you? Oh god, why did they have to ask this?
Well, I am really flattered. Tell you the truth, I really didn't know that Flame actually felt that way about me. At first, I thought, I wasn't ever going to date someone because, the last time I dated someone, it was Flash Sentry.
Yeah, I understand. Flash Sentry and you definitely did have a thing going on, and then next thing you know, excuse me, then next thing you know, he you broke up with him, and then he started going with Twilight. It was crazy. Uh,
Yeah, well, he didn't actually go with Twilight. He just had a little bit of a crush on her and stuff, but it was just really insane.
yeah, your pony counterpart really likes Flash Sentry. In fact, to tell you the truth, she's having a hard time trying to pick which Flash Sentry she likes, whether it be the EG version of him or whether it be the pony version of him. Because you see, the pony version is a royal guard over at the Crystal Empire, while the EG version of him, he just plays the guitar and lots of other stuff. It's pretty crazy. She really doesn't know which one.
Well, I'm sure she'll pick one day.
Who knows? Maybe. But anyway, oh, sorry, Sunset, we were too busy talking about Twilight, and the question was for you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, well, anyway, go ahead, Twilight, and ask, Fluttershy her question.
All right, let's see. Here we go. To Fluttershy. Honestly, I have to ask you this. Are there some animals in your world that you are just too afraid of to tame? Well, to tell you the truth, there are some animals that do consider scary, and well, but after when I took a tip from my pony counterpart, she actually told me that there is no such thing as scary animals. They may look scary on the outside, but they're complete sweethearts on the inside.
Aw, well, that's really cute. That's really cute. Okay, anyway, now we're moving on to the second group question. Twilight, go ahead and ask it.
Alright, let's see. Oh, this one's an interesting one. To all of Team Darling, including Flame, how do you guys feel about Flame's plan of fusing both Mobius and Equestria?
Oh man. Okay. Well, since this question is involving me, I'll answer first, ladies. To tell you the truth, I actually do think it might be a good idea because after all, the Mobians and Equestrians, aka the ponies and stuff, and the EG counterparts, they're all getting along pretty well. They are. Besides, some of them they do have a lot in common. I mean, like say Rainbow Dash and my brother Sonic, they actually get along pretty well. Amy and Pinkie Pie, they get along. Fluttershy and Cream, they get along. Rarity and Rouge, they get along pretty well. So I guess the best thing to do is to fuse those worlds, but I honestly don't know because since I already had the since I already had the worlds already taken care of and all that stuff, I honestly don't know what will happen. And plus, not only that, but we are pretty. It's pretty maxed out, guys. It's pretty maxed out because if you think about it, fusing two worlds like that. I mean, sure, I did fuse the EG world with the normal ponies world, but that was only because those two worlds are somewhat the same. But we're talking about two different worlds completely, which is my world, which is Mobius, and Equestria. So in a way, guys, it's really difficult to fuse them. But maybe, just maybe, I can try my best. If I can line them up and see where it takes me, I can definitely try.
Well, to answer your question, I think it's a wonderful idea. My pony counterpart has yet to introduce me to Rouge.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Well, I have heard that there is a, interesting counterpart of me in your world.
Yeah, there is. I mean, some people seem to think that. I mean, there are some people who seem to think that you and Shadow are pretty much the same, are kind of the same.
Me and Shadow? How?
Well, maybe it's because you two were both, desperate for power and trying to, destroy the worlds and stuff. Well, yeah, you guys were trying to destroy the worlds, but then later you kind of turned your ways around a little bit. You turned your ways around, like Shadow, he turned kind of good a little bit. He's an anti-hero, but he still fights for the good side, I guess. And as for you, you definitely fight for good. You definitely fight for good.
Yeah, I guess me and Shadow are kind of the same. Plus, not only that, but we were also trying to outdo the main character.
Yeah, you were trying to outdo Twilight while he was trying to outdo my brother Sonic. I mean, what is it between anti-heroes and the main hero always getting into a fist fight or something? It's pretty crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's interesting, but the way I see it, it's probably all because of jealousy. Well, what about you, Fluttershy? What about you, Fluttershy? Would you want me to fuse Mobius with Equestria?
Well, it would be kind of nice to study more of your animals over there.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool for you to get well acquainted with some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I already know about the Chow, but all the other little creatures around there, I just don't know about them. Like the Flickies and the other little animals and stuff.
Yeah, and plus, not only that, but it would be kind of nice for me to see some of the weird creatures up in Equestria, not the EG world, the other world, like for example the timber wolves. And before you guys ask, no, they're not actual wolves. They're basically wolves that are made out of wood. Get it? Timber wolves. Get it? Because wood is sometimes called timber. You guys get it? That was a terrible joke. Sorry. But anyway, so all of you guys want me. So all of you guys agree that, excuse me. So all of you guys agree that if I fuse Mobius with the MLP world, then things will be interesting. Plus, not only that, but Princess Celestia, Luna, Cadence, and not only that, but my mom will also be interested because honestly, it would be really cool to see them get along, and they do get along pretty well. I can just see it now. All four of them just sitting down at a brunch and all sorts of other stuff. And same thing with Principal Celestia, Vice Principal Luna, and Principal Cadence. I could definitely see them. Because after all, even though they're not princesses in the EG world, they still are kind of in charge of the whole schools. So that's close enough to being in charge of a whole planet, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess that answers that question. Alright, so now we got 3 more individual questions and 1 more group question, and we also got a bonus question for one of you. Anyway, now here we go. Okay, so to Rarity for your last individual question. So Rarity, how did you feel? How did you feel when uh when the Crystal Prep girl stole your music concept? Like, I understood that you kind of went on an ice cream bender again and again and again.
Well, yes, that is true. The Crystal Prep girls, they definitely did steal our music concept, and I was upset because my friends, they were steady cracking jokes instead of trying to come up with a theme. I just couldn't deal with it, so I just went to the diner and binge ate a whole bunch of ice cream.
Yeah, you're just like your pony counterpart. Whenever she gets upset, she always goes on an ice cream bender.
I told you, darling, it's only on Thursdays.
Oh, EG Rarity, your pony counterpart's over there. Wow. Rarity, how long were you standing over there?
Not long, just listening to you guys.
Oh, just enjoy that bowl of ice cream.
I will.
Oh boy. See, like I said.
Yes, well, she tends to eat them by the tub. I'm not an animal. I just eat them. I just eat it by the scoop or cup, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's definitely something. Anyway, Twilight, go ahead and read Sunset her question.
All right, let's see. Here we go. To Sunset Shimmer. How. What was your favorite song that you sung by yourself? Well, if I had to pick, I would definitely have to pick My Past Is Not Today. That's definitely my favorite song that I sung. I really enjoyed it. The reason why is because, well, it only it talks about all the stuff that I've done in the past, and I'm not gonna let it affect how others treat me in the future. Because honestly, I have done some horrible things in the past. I treated people wrong. I drove a wedge in the legendary friendship between, the main 6. And not only that, but I also went to the pony universe and stole something. That's just bad. Really, really bad. And believe it or not, during Rainbow Rocks, everybody still thought I was bad. Everybody thought it was bad. But I did learn my lesson. I really did. So that's why I made that song. That song definitely reminds me of, how I was in the past. And it's my job to make sure it doesn't affect what I do in the present, or in the future for that matter, because it's like the song says, my past is not today.
Well, that's great, Sunset. Because honestly, I feel the same way. I've done all sorts of crazy things in the past that I'm not going to let it affect me here in the present. So, yeah. Anyway, Fluttershy, here's your question. Oh boy, this question here is for you. So, to Fluttershy, in the music video, perfect time for fun. I noticed that while you were waiting for your friends, you were playing this pop up, game where you hit something with a mallet, and when Twilight showed you a Discord plushie, you hit it. So, does that mean that you don't like Discord compared to your pony counterparts?
To tell you the truth, I never met Discord. I never met him.
Oh, you mean your pony counterpart never told you about Discord?
No.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, basically, Discord, he is just a really, really random guy. He basically looks like a serpent. He has a whole mess of different animal body parts, and he's the Lord of Chaos over in the MLP world. He's the Lord of Chaos. He pretty much causes all sorts of trouble and stuff. Well, he used to, but not anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, believe it or not, Discord was actually one of the bad guys. He actually wanted to turn every single thing chaotic. He really did. Basically, what he did was he turned the world upside down and lots of other stuff. And thanks to Twilight, and because of Twilight and what she did with the elements of harmony, she kind of switched her friends' cutie marks, aka switching their personalities. And thanks to Discord, and because of that, Discord took that opportunity to mess with the world, turning it all chaotic and all that other stuff. It was just really bad. And throughout that day, Discord was turned into a statue many different times over and over again, and was brought back. And believe it or not, he actually kind of changed a little bit, all because of your pony counterpart. Pony Fluttershy really, really tried her best to get to him. And it does kind of work. And she does kind of. There were some times where he actually did kind of messed up many different times. Like the time where he had confessed that he did bring back King Sombra, Cozy Glow, T-Rex, and Chrysalis, just so that way Twilight can get the confidence that she needed to prove to herself that she is worthy enough to be a princess and all that other stuff. It was just bad. Really, really bad. And then next thing you know, he pretended to be sick. Next thing you know, he also pretended to be sick so that way Twilight and Cadance can travel all around Equestria as a test to see how well their friendship is. And it was just really, really crazy. I mean, Discord, he actually seemed like a bad guy, but he does sometimes mean well. It's just that his problem is he doesn't think before he acts.
I might have to meet him. If one Fluttershy couldn't change him around, then maybe two Fluttershies can.
Perhaps, maybe, just maybe. Honestly, I don't know. Hey, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to make a video of E.G. Fluttershy meeting Discord. Because honestly, it's definitely going to be something. Anywho, now we are down to the last group question. Alright, so last group question for today. So, guys, are you guys grateful that your geodes gave you the power that you guys have? Like for example, with Sunset, your geode gave you the power to read people's thoughts or see people's thoughts. Rarity, your geode gives you the power to make those interesting crystal shields. And as for Fluttershy, well, your geode gives you the ability to talk to animals or communicate with animals or get in touch with animals. It's pretty obvious. But anyway, are you guys grateful that you guys actually got those abilities from your geodes?
Well, I'm definitely happy with mine. I mean, I already knew that I was good with animals before I even got my geode. But I'm not gonna lie, I really am happy that I'm really communicating with them more. Well, darling, those crystal shields, they actually do help pretty well. 'Cause, well, have you seen any of my outfits have a spot of dirt on them?
No, not really.
Exactly.
So because of the shields, you were able to protect your clothes from getting dirty?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What about you, Sunset?
Well, to tell you the truth, it is kind of creepy that I have this ability to read people's thoughts. I mean, think about it. Would you want someone to get all up in your business?
No, not really.
Exactly. And plus, not only that, that one time where I kind of where I kind of heard everybody's um things without me touching them. Well, that was mainly because of, what Rainbow Dash did, but it was pretty weird.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. I still liked it though. It was still pretty interesting. But again, I am glad that you guys actually are grateful that you guys sort of have powers just like your pony counterparts. I mean, I'm surprised because believe it or not, Pinky, she doesn't have any magic. Her pony Pinky doesn't have any magic. The only thing she's good at is throwing parties. While Pinky's geode allows her to throw sprinkled dust bombs all over the place. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I should relate. My geode gives me the abilities to, levitate things, just like my pony counterpart. But although my pony counterpart does do all kinds of different spells using her magic, I can only do levitation. The only piece of magic I was able to do that besides that was unlock a door, and that was during the time when we visited that movie studio.
Oh yeah, I remember. By the way, speaking of which, how was Juniper? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's learning her lesson. Not only that, but she's also doing pretty good working at the movie theater.
Uh, well, it's a shame that her uncle wouldn't let her, do anything about it. But anyway, okay, and now we're on to the bonus question. And this bonus question is for, drumroll please, and it is for Sunset. Okay, Sunset, here's your bonus question. Oh yeah, guys, I almost forgot to tell you. During Ask the Sonic Cruise, you guys feel free to put bonus questions down. You guys feel free to put bonus questions for any of the guests. After Ask the Sonic Crew in general, you guys feel free to put bonus questions. Just be sure to tell me it is a bonus question because I don't want to get it mixed up with all the others. Because I don't want to get them mixed up with all the others. But anywho, so on to the bonus question. The bonus question is for Sunset Shimmer. Okay, Sunset Shimmer. The question is this: do you miss being bad? Because I understand with some characters, they sometimes miss how they were before. They sometimes miss how they were before. Like, for example, my friend Shadow, he sometimes murmurs that how he missed, trying to take over the world just so that way he can see Maria and all that other stuff. It's just really crazy. But anyway, so Sunset, do you miss being bad?
Well, to tell you the truth, sometimes I do miss that good feeling of, being number one around the school, everybody listening to me, praising me, and all that other stuff. But sadly, no, I don't miss being bad. Reason why is because, well, think about it. I was so alone when I was bad. I was so alone. I mean, sure, I did have a boyfriend and everything, but I broke up with him. And not only that, but again, I was really lonely. And I thought maybe if I got magic, everybody would pay attention to me and all sorts of other stuff. But again, all it did was make me even more lonely. So I promised myself that I would turn my life around, and I did.
Yep, yes you did. I mean, look at you now. Good. You're good, and not only that, but you're actually really pretty to boot. I mean, think about it. Not that I'm saying that you weren't pretty when you were evil, because honestly, to tell you the truth, there are lots and lots of beautiful villains out there, but hey, think about it. It's always the pretty ones that are always the evil ones. And pretty plus evil sometimes equals crazy. And if a girl is evil and she's crazy, yeah, some people don't want to mess with that. Yeah, just as long as she's not like too evil. Just as long as she's not like too evil or anything. Because just to let you know, the two evil chicks, they're... yeah, 100% desperate to be crazy. I'm sorry, but anyway, that's it for this episode of Ask the Sonic Crew, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I do like to thank Team Darling for coming on here, and Rarity, one other thing. There is one other thing that I noticed why you guys formed Team, Darling. It's because all three of you look really, really good when it comes to an outfit. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Well, there's two other people that do look good in an outfit that you could, I don't know, let join team, Darling.
Oh, and who was that?
Easy. Princess Twilight and EG Twilight.
What? Us? But... okay, I will have to admit, we do look pretty beautiful when we're in our outfits and dresses and stuff, but really?
Come on, just think about it. And besides, I'm not gonna lie, Princess Twilight, she did look pretty cute in her dress and stuff for the fall formal. Not gonna lie. Also, speaking of the fall formal, guys, do anybody know when the fall formal is when it comes to the EG world?
Oh, that's next week.
Oh, it's next week? Oh, shoot. That means we, better get our, best dresses and stuff on. So, yeah. And, maybe, yeah, and Sarah and I will definitely be there. She's never been to the EG world, so it's definitely gonna be crazy. She's never been there. But anyway, we'll cross that road when we get to it. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below. And also, let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree with anything that was said here today. Oh, and also, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to make that video that I said that I'll do. It's that video that I told you about, EG Fluttershy meeting Discord. It's really interesting. Oh, and also one other thing, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys want EG Twilight and Princess Twilight to join Team Darling. Same thing with my wife, Sarah. Let me know if you guys want her to join Team Darling. So that way 6 members will be up in here. Anyway, and if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so that way you guys will be up to date whenever I post. Anyway, be sure to be prepared for the next episode of Ask the Sonic Crew, guys. And like I said before, guys, Ask the Sonic Crews is now pushed up to Fridays, which means you guys have a whole week to ask your questions. Put your questions down in the comments down below. As always, guys, I'll be putting them in. I'll be telling you guys on Sunday, but Ask the Sonic Crew will be on Friday. All right? Great. Anyway, ladies, does anybody else have something to say before we head on out?
All I have to say is, thank you so much for having us on here, Flame.
Aw, that's no problem, Rarity. I'm always happy to have you guys on here. After all, you guys are my close friends. Anyway, this is Flame the Dragon Hog.
E.g. Rarity, Sunset Shimmer, E.g. Fluttershy, and E.g. Twilight.
Signing out for now. Later, flamethrowers.